Hey everybody, it's Alex and Chelsea's way up there. Celeste sent us a text this morning telling us that you guys all did 81 kilometers collectively for Mark's walk, and I just wanted to send a video. We wanted to send a video telling you how much that means to us. So I'll put a little context to it. My brother Mark got his career as a paramedic with Beachy Domain Ambulance, and he eventually went on to be a critical care paramedic. So that's like flight paramedic. I believe each military regiment has one attached to them. Kind of an emergency doctor on wheels, if you could think of it like that. And in that, he worked some pretty terrible places over the years. You can imagine being a critical care paramedic, the types of calls that you would get over and over and over again. And in, I think it was about 2012, 2015, somewhere in there, Mark started having trouble at home, started having trouble with friends, and under the advice of his partner, his EMS partner, went in and got some help and was diagnosed with severe PTSD. So with years of therapy and help from psychologists, he overcame that, and then he went on to help others. He developed a book of psychologists and psychiatrists that are trained specifically to help EMS, first responders of every kind, in PTSD. And once that was done, he created the APA, the Alberta Paramedics Association, and really put forth, bills in Parliament and things of this nature to help people. He, all the while doing this, he was still a critical care paramedic, working closely with STARS, Alberta Air Ambulance, Medavie Ambulance. He did some pretty cool stuff. He was a remote medic in Operation Freedom, the war in Afghanistan. So when a soldier fell in war, that medic that was tending to that soldier would actually phone Mark for medical advice. He taught, he was a preceptor and mentor to many, all the while doing all this work with mental health and EMS and first responders. He developed a fund, and it was set up through the APA where when a medic or a first responder of any kind fell in the line of duty, this fund was sitting there, and no questions asked, at Mark's fingertip, he could release it to the family of the fallen medic to take care of that first week or two of expenses that comes when something like that happens. And Mark finally got off the ambulance after years of being a critical care paramedic, and the morning that he was to start his new position as a manager for Medavie, managing all of northern Alberta, he had a heart attack in his sleep and passed away. So it's kind of my belief that he'd done his time, and he had troubles seeing the things that he did, and once he was done helping people, that was it. He was done here. Unfortunately, that help fund had to be released to his family. So this walk was organized by Mark years ago just to raise awareness for PTSD in first responders. And he did it every year, and another guy named Dale Bayless, which has written several books on PTSD and mental health in first responders. And so this is the first year of doing it without him. And normally it fundraises for that help fund and all these things, but this year we just decided to do it in memory of him, and I'm sure many years to follow. since he kind of created it. And unfortunately, at the 9th hour, it was postponed. But not that you guys didn't do this in vain, because the 81 kilometers you guys walked collectively raised the awareness to the 20 people and whoever people you tell that did it. And, you know, that's what it's all about. Just raising awareness. These people, even in our small community, you know, Beachy Domain EMS serves Lucky Lake as well. And even those people, imagine the stories that you hear of things that happen. They're there firsthand, dealing with it over and over and over again. And it's important. So the goal is 100 kilometers. I know you guys were a little short. So Chelsea and I are finishing it off for you today. We're doing 19K. And we'll reach our 100K in 24 hours, or I don't know when you guys started, but yeah, we just wanted to say thank you. And to the junior boys volleyball team, you guys are awesome. And when you guys get together as a team and do stuff like this, you're showing leadership, you're showing teamwork, and the community's watching. And someday you're going to need something from the community, whether it be a job or support. And they're going to look back on little things like this and remember it. So keep it up. And thank you guys. We love you all.